the time that we have all been waiting for. The church is coming crumbling down. The Pope is gone. The Queen is stepping in. Will the tarnished name and reputation of the shield hero be fixed? Will those at the centre of it all have theirs tarnished? More than anything, I think Naofumi would just like to be able to walk down the street without having glares on his back. Might not be a time for celebration, but relief, that's another thing. Not the kind of visuals I'd be expecting to see right now. Okay. Now, why was he receiving that as a vision/dream? You can see why they were surrounding him, though. The fact that they all woke up so easily. He's still healing. How long was he out? Because it depends on how long he was sleeping as to 3 days. Okay. Really, you're stealing his grapes. And is there a something that within his skill set, or something the heroes can do which alleviates it? No, they're the shadow spy people. Spare no moment to come and talk to him. He doesn't seem so grateful, though. Still not really on a good standing with royalty. Mm-hmm. Finally, only took more than 20 episodes to get as to why there is a history with the shield hero. They had jumped the gun. Is she going to accept some blame herself, or... I mean, it would make sense that she had to go on a diplomatic mission so that the other nations didn't have some sort of retribution. It's because she's in the presence of the Queen and her mother. Yeah, there was more to the story. This is what we are waiting for. Yes, and that certain reason. Something about how his family suffered, but yeah, or if you had been summoned as a different type of hero, but it was still the shield hero would still receive the same treatment. Well, if he just leaves the country, then it doesn't really matter what his name, and I don't think he particularly cares anyway. He's had to live with it since the beginning. But having a public revealing and a lot of money. That's your first instinct. But more than just... Is there something that she can't say in front of his slaves and her own daughter? So they have to try to keep him on board, at least on friendly terms. But there is more of a world out there that needs help. You know, if they really hated the shield hero this much anyway, why summon all four? Why not just summon 3 of them and let one of the other countries take the shield hero? They wouldn't have to deal with all this bullshit. She is doing what's right for the country and for the shield hero. Most people would have a bit of an issue kind of throwing their own family under the... Well, it's not throwing them under the bus because they are guilty, but holding them responsible at least. And hopefully he can at least be healed enough to not have to walk in with bandages everywhere. Fair trial and all that. Yes, but also at the same time, it is far too lenient of punishment. I don't care about rehabilitation. They don't deserve to get off that easily. Why did it just cut to the Queen there in the dark room? What? Overpowered. It's not really overpowered when it comes with such massive drawbacks. See, they haven't been informed at all. So, so they're not allowed their parties, but Philo and Raftalia can come in. Are they in chains? What do you think that is going on? Do they have the... hopefully the shadows had some recording crystals as well. That smirk. So finally, things are coming to light. We can begin. For putting the country, its people, nay, the world in danger. A slave can't disobey at all. I guess it's much better than, like, a lie detector. It's 100% accurate. See, there she goes again. If she has nothing to fear, then just get the crest and it will be removed later when you're found to be innocent. Yeah, maybe you should start off by outlining what they've done, but how long do you have? You're going to try and argue that was the Pope and not them. Yep, and of course her little shadows in the dark. Maybe you should hold your tongue. Bazap? Ah, she wasn't part of that, but still. The church was acting on their own regards, but the rest of it... And there we go. Hopefully this is being broadcasted. He's looking at him as like, you were part of this, weren't you? And the ones that from the beginning, on the first wave, protecting the village, who disobeyed the other, like their commanders. Really? Okay. Ah, yes, of course. Let's see if it reacts to this line of questioning. At least word it in a way that's not an outright lie. That was a big one. Oh, if you think it's not accurate, try it again. And again. How many attempts are they going to get? Kind of a leading question, but... Is he now going to not blindly accept and trust everyone? You know, kind of what everyone in power does anyway, just it's not talked about. Wow, you didn't even get to the second word before it activated. And he probably sincerely believes that. Yeah, he did just throw his last chance away. He just admitted everything, but calamity that befell his family. I mean, I don't think you really need a jury to figure out the guilt on this one. Sends a message. Has betrayed and endangered the lives of everyone. She's seen it firsthand. Well, at least they're not dragging it, but still. Kind of unnecessary design on the guillotine blade itself. Because of how he acted in his dream and his reaction to it, I'm guessing he's going to step in and say something. And now you're all on board. Okay. I mean, sometimes, yes, actually. He's not coming to your aid this time. You have been abandoned. Well, at least he's not... Really? She has reached that level of despair. What's she reaching for? There we go. See, that's how I see it, at least. He's really turning this into more of a spectacle than it actually is. Legally binding name change, okay. What would you rather die? But the fact that she can throw away every element of her pride and dignity to try and beg for his help. Apt. The thing is, they're now going to have to be heavily monitored because they're not going to change their ways, especially after being publicly humiliated, almost killed. It's a good start. Getting the public to address and accept the shield hero as part of the religion as well. It's adopted both of them. It might be, but I don't think Naofumi is really one to celebrate this moment. He's had no need for accolades. Not just this one country. I don't think that would light a fire under the asses of the other heroes to actually do something. Think for themselves a little. There's still the class change thing you want done. She probably won't be able to come out and play anytime soon. And considering she's been on the front lines of seeing the horrors of what people in her country can do, she was going... self-sacrifice as a replacement, okay. Did he really? Is he being greeted with a leaving party? The ones that stood by him. They're going to go far. Hang on, that guy wasn't particularly fond of him at the beginning. I mean, is it really proper for him to be showing that kind of emotions in front of all of the townspeople? But now we can have a proper fantasy adventure. He's got his pride back. And a bit of freedom. At least now we can hold his head high of being completely justified. And now that their lives have been extended slightly, I don't think that is going to be the end of their schemes and troubles. Someone's going to have to keep an eye on them. They probably won't be able to move around quite as freely, but that's not going to stop the king trying to get rid of the shield hero who has damaged his family again. But the fact that he could start that trial with such reservation and hesitation, not knowing what to do, and then come up with something so elegant, classy, with a dash of humour. And now that one major obstacle has been taken care of, there's still a power-up, there's still the waves. There's still the other countries out there needing help. But there's also glass, and whatever else is that entails, at least. Dropped one character from the party. I don't think they're really going to pick up another before the end of the season, but there's still more adventures to be had. And we got to rebuild that town. Get the flag flying once more. If you're wanting to watch that, you best come back for the next one. If you enjoyed this, though, leave a like and a comment down below, maybe even subscribe if you really want to make me happy. But with the curtain closing on Shield Hero with only a few episodes left, we best just enjoy the ride. Especially now it doesn't look so against him. Get some rest. See you in the next one. If you would want to wade in at the last minute and save me from the public trial and execution that is online video creation, consider joining onto my Patreon, because with your help I may not have to change my name or go adventuring. So I really need to thank Sal, Electric Ant, Arthea, Noku, Ray Win, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Mats, Raz Paulson, Girly, Dark Shadow 7899, Kite, Saltytron, Maurizio Lozano, and everyone else. And together, I don't think we can save the world, but we can at least watch some anime.